Welcome back everyone, thanks for joining me for another beer review. This is episode 6, or I'm hoping so, of All the Beer, No Idea and the Oktoberfest series. And the beer we are looking at today, again picked up from Trembling Madness, like all these beers were, is from a brewery actually that I don't actually think I've had anything from. And it is also the first Oktoberfest beer of this series, official Oktoberfest beer, and it's from one of the breweries that is part of the, Big Six, the Berliner Weiss. I've just had to repeat on me, sorry. And the one we are looking at is from pschorr, and this is officially their Oktoberfest beer. 500ml bottle coming in at a big old 6%. It's not exactly going to kill you, 6%, but it is a big beer. Nice artwork, nice label. I love the old poppy top things, real cool, do like them. How much was this? £3.50-ish, something like that. I'd have to go and look. There we go. There's all the rating on the back. Don't expect me to read that, not this time of night and not in this light. So if you want to pause it, zoom in, feel free. And like I say, yeah, I don't think I've had anything ever from pschorr before. There's the little poppy cap, which we're going to crack open. It's come out the fridge. Is it probably too cold? I expect it is. I've literally just got it out. Wasn't something I planned on doing. I've just come off doing a video review with Chad's Beer Reviews and a podcast. And do you know what? I expected to drink a few more beers. I had 2 beers, done 1 review, and then drunk 1 beer while I was having a chat with him. And that went on for about an hour and a quarter, so that's lasted a while. So, decided to do a review. So let's get this popped and see what we get. Get ready for a big... a cracking pop there. There's plenty of smoke coming out. You won't see that, but there is plenty of smoke. I don't have a pschorr glass. I'm going to whack it in a big old Hofmeister tankard. Now, like I said, I'm not sure I've had anything from this brewery before. I really am not sure. And I'm hoping this one is going to be decent. I fully expect it to be a bloody good lager, to be honest. Proper good Oktoberfest beer. There is a bit left in the bottle you can't see, but there is some there. The head is nice and big. And there we go. Beer in a glass. A lovely sort of deep golden colour, I'm going to say, my side. And as my mate says over at Northern Southerner Beer Reviews, I don't know if you can see it actually, I was going to say a cacophony of carbonation. And it seems to have died down a bit, but there are bubbles coming up. It is a nucleated glass. You can see the bubbles at the bottom there. You can see them. You can see them. And we've got a nice, thick, compact 2-finger of white head. It looks like typical German quality beer. So I'm going to stop talking and start getting the old nostrils in and having a sniff. I'm not getting a lot of it, to be honest. Maybe it's my nose, I don't know. Malty. Slightly sweet. Is there a honey note or that sort of feel in there? Malty, slightly sweet, maybe a little honey note. I'm not sure. I'm not sure my nose is cleared. I'm not going to sit here and sniff and snot and pause a video. So we'll give up on the sniffing. And we'll just go in for the tasting. Let's get the rest in there. £3.70, hey? If only you could get a beer that looked like that for £3.70 in the pubs, you'd be happy, wouldn't you? Let's dive in. pschorr Oktoberfest beer, 6%. Let's see what it tastes like. Prost. Ooh, quite bold on that maltiness. Quite a big heavy number, I'm going to say, just in flavour. Just in flavour. Interesting, a little bit different to some of the other Oktoberfest beers I've had, it's got to be said. Not the ones that I've done on this series, but other Oktoberfest beers. 6%. I wouldn't say it's got a 6% body. It's got a very drinkable body. A little bit of extra weight there, but again, I wouldn't say it feels like a 6% beer when you drink it. Probably feels like a good sort of 5% beer. Only 1% difference, I know. But that's what it feels like. It feels like 5% beer that's got a decent body. Quite a bit of carbonation in there. Small bubbles, but quite busy. You do feel the carbonation as you're drinking it. It's probably one of the, I'm not going to say it's rough, but you certainly feel the carbonation in this beer, maybe more than some of the other sort of Oktoberfest beers that I've had. Doesn't ruin the beer. It's still quite smooth. Not a bad mouthfeel. It's got very much a big, malty, grainy taste to it, I think. It feels, I don't know if it's just the beers I've had, whether that bloody Berliner Weiss over there is giving me jib, I don't know, but it feels quite rich on maltiness and grainness. Pardon me. Yeah, malty. A sweetness comes in on the back end. Quite a rich sort of sweetness for me. I don't feel like I'm picking up sort of like a citrus note from this. Definitely get that hoppy twang to it. For me, this feels different to the others for what I'm getting. It's all malt, sweet. I could say a little bit syrupy, possibly. That's how it sort of feels, that sort of sweetness to it. There is a little bit of a hoppy bite to it. I don't feel like I'm getting a citrus note. I'm probably going to be shot down in flames on this one. But for me, as I'm tasting now, I don't feel it's one of the best Oktoberfest beers that I've had. Like I say, I could be shot down on this one. It could just be me, but it's certainly not bad. It's definitely not a bad beer. It's drinkable. It's easy going. But it does feel, for me, like I said, with the flavours I'm picking up, a little bit one-dimensional. It really doesn't, I'm not sort of, I don't feel like I'm picking any breadiness up. I don't feel like I'm picking any citrus note up, that little bit of lemon in there or something. You get a little bit of bite, a bitter bite, not a bit of bite, a bitter bite from the hops in there. But other than that, for me, I'm not really getting a massive amount from it. This is quite hard, this one, because this is the first proper Oktoberfest beer I've done this year. And I'm feeling that it's not great. Pardon me. And I use the term great loosely because it is still a decent beer. But again, repeat myself, as I said, feels a little bit one-dimensional. Feels like there's not enough going on in it. It doesn't feel as clean as it could be. It doesn't feel maybe as crisp as it could be. Granted, 6% is not something you maybe associate with clean and crispness. But when I've tried the Spaten Oktoberfest in the past and the Lowenbrau, I've sort of got that. Yeah, I've got to say, me personally on this day, And I'm certain I'm going to get shot down by a lot of people on this one. But I wouldn't say, for me, this is one of the best Oktoberfest beers. Once I sort this fucking thing out. I wouldn't say this is one of the best Oktoberfest beers I've had. In fact, I'd probably, from what I can remember, Spate and Lowenbrow love. And even the Paulaner one. I don't think that's one of the best. But I think that's better than this. Actually, for me, I think this is going to come down to my own personal taste, I think. A little bit disappointed with that. A little bit disappointed. It's a good beer. It's a good beer. But I'm thinking that this one is one of them that just isn't to my taste buds. Drinks very easy. A little bit one-dimensional. Yeah, I guess you can't like every single beer. And you are going to disagree with some people. So apologies to anyone that doesn't like my views on this one. But that is what I'm getting from it. So would I recommend anyone trying it? Of course I would. Germans make decent beer, whatever. It's just not one of the... a little bit underwhelming. I was expecting more from it. Maybe that's just my expectations. But definitely a beer worth trying. If you see it, give it a go. Because it might suit your taste buds. For me, it doesn't quite hit the mark. If you've had this beer before, let me know what you think. Feel free to comment. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully I'm somewhere... Have I hit 3,000 subs? I don't know. I was 2 away earlier on today. Hopefully I have. When I do hit it, and get a couple past it, I'm going to put a post up. So feel free to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you again soon on another one. Cheers.